Now this is it's been a hot topic for a little while.
But you've had a good experience, haven't you?
Yeah, but the Earth hasn't stopped turning. So we're still here, and E10 petrol's here. So's E5, but also so are a lot of additives.
Yeah.
Now with E10 petrol, I had an experience where my local filling station ran out of E5, and so I had to put E10 in. Now,
and what car was this in?
This was a 1929 Austin 12.4
right.
Burnham saloon, and I thought, oh, here we go. It's going to be terrible. I'm going to get down the road, and it's going to start running rubbish and blah 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 blah. Ran better. A couple of miles down the road, it was better.
Well, that's one thing. What would you say, as the more qualified engineer of this pairing, like long-term use of ethanol in an older engine, is that not going to be terrible for it?
Well, it depends on some systems, some parts of the fuel system. Yes, so on rubber items and maybe brass items and so on and so forth. So you've got to watch all of that. So you've got to look at the whole thing overall. But the best thing to do is, if you can only get E10, then stick an additive in to reduce the effects of the ethanol.
So anything with an ether guard will do it, won't it, really?
Yes.
I mean, what I tend to do with my classics is I try to use E5 because that's generally super, and I try to put the best petrol in anyway.
Yes.
Because you're not going to use loads of it, you might as well put the decent stuff in.
Exactly.
And I put an ether guard in, I use Classic Valve Master, and that just sorts the job out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's great, exactly. So job is done.
Yeah.
And then just monitor all the rest of it.
Yeah. So it's really that simple. And like Fuzz says, world hasn't stopped. You still enjoy your car. Just think a little bit laterally. Have a additive in the car. Or if you're lucky enough to have more than one car, have an additive in each car. Yeah, exactly. And check your fuel lines and all that kind of thing. Any rubber items, and then when you get a chance, replace those with an ethanol resistant. Do you reckon it's worth doing that as a sort of a future guide? Do you think if you're going through having a bit of an engine bay tidy for the forthcoming show season, is it worth? Because it's not a massive job, is it? Whip all the rubber bits off and put a new fuel filter on. Treat yourself. It's probably an afternoon's work, very satisfying.
That's right.
The engine bay will look nicer.
Exactly.
And then you've kind of future-proofed your ride.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a lot neater than having a fuel hose split, dribble all over your exhaust, and then your pride and joy goes up in flames. That is a sad scene.
It is, and also because of that, at the moment, always have an extinguisher in your car.
Yeah, very
if you
good.
don't do that.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
Are you selling?
Not yet.
Extinguishers?
I'll get on that one.
Should we come into that? Yeah.